Look here at Jerry Palm's latest bracketology. All right, his last four in: San Francisco, Notre Dame, BYU, and Xavier. How about that? San Francisco and BYU is his last four in. First four out: Michigan, Rutgers, SMU, and Oklahoma. Reaction here to his last four in to start.
The last four in, I've called a few of these teams. I've seen them live. If they were last four out, you're really splitting hairs here, and I think any one of these last eight teams could beat the other team on the last given day. But I don't think any of the last four teams that you named as far as in really deserve to be in. You know, I think what Xavier has done down the stretch, they've played terrible basketball. Travis Steele's on the hot seat there. I love Travis Steele, but he's never been to a tournament as the head coach of Xavier. BYU, when they go up against real competition, a la Gonzaga, I mean, they lose by 100. So the last four teams in, they're kind of limping into the club right now. UCLA limped into the club last year, and they almost won a national championship. I think whoever the committee chooses, the teams that didn't make it, they had plenty of opportunities, Akeem, to get over the hump. They just flat out didn't do enough.
I mean, that's going to be a handful of teams there from the WCC. I mean, that's kind of a big deal when everybody says, "Oh, that conference is not very good." Well, the conference was very good this year. I mean, Gonzaga is going to be the number one overall seed. You're going to have at least San Francisco, BYU, St. Mary's.
It's great. I think the teams that are going to win this year in the tournament because of the transfer portal are going to come down to experience and guard play. If you got guys that have been around the block, guys that trust each other, San Diego State, Loyola Chicago, Boise State, Colorado State, you're going to see that this year more than any other year, experience is going to win. And that is one thing when we talk about the Duke Blue Devils, you go up and down their roster. You know what they don't have? Experience, yep. Guys that have been there before. Because of all the moving parts this year, you're going to have to rely on guys that have been through the wars. Gonzaga obviously has it with guys that are household names like Nembhard and Timmy. As for Duke, they don't have that.
First four out: Michigan, Rutgers, SMU, and Oklahoma. I'm disappointed that Rutgers is not getting in. I enjoy
Rutgers
watching.
Get in, they can make some noise.
I loved watching them play.
But you look at their resume, they haven't done enough.
I know. I get it. I mean, the best highlight was winning those 4 games in a row against ranked opponents.
So did Nebraska, just won 3 games
right.
on the road. You know, it's a whole entire season with all these teams. Trust me, the teams that are out, I feel for you, but you didn't do enough.
Right. And Michigan was a 1 seed last year in the NCAA tournament, and then they lost a chance here to get in the NCAA tournament.
People stole their bids. Indiana stole their bid.
Yeah.
You know, beat Indiana. You're up at halftime. You're cruising at halftime. I'm sorry. Win that game.
Did Virginia Tech steal the bid?
Indiana and Virginia Tech stole bids.
Yep.
Because before the conference tournament started, those teams were not going to end up getting in. So that's the conference tournament handicapping that makes it so challenging. But if you're on the Michigan Wolverines, you had your chance. You're up at halftime. You're cruising against Indiana. You lose that game. You put the faith to the other teams, and your bid gets stolen.
Yeah, that's just it's tough to think the fact that Michigan was so good last year, right? Number 1 seed in the NCAA tournament, and now they're out. They're not even going to be playing. And I just that team had a lot of good talent. Hunter Dickinson. That's too bad for Michigan that they're gonna miss out on the NCAA tournament, according to Jerry Palm. Of course, we'll update Jerry Palm's number 1 seeds as we continue here on CBS Sports HQ.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.